Al McDonald on behalf of Richard Gomez.
Richard Gomez.
Okay, thank you. Richard.
Thank you.
Richard Gomez. No, Steve. Number 6. Oh, I don't have number 6 yet. Thank you. Okay. Gomez. Okay, Mr. Gomez, I'm going to omit the reading of the charges. What was that? I'm going to order that you not have contact with the alleged victims or victim or persons of that class. No unsupervised contact. Do not go to the victim's home or work or school, workplace or school. No alcoholic beverages, no firearms or other weapons.
Yeah.
The state is recommending a $50,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if posted. Mr. McDonald, do you wish to speak to that request?
I do, Your Honor. On my paperwork, the interim complaint indicates no recommendation on the bond. This is the first I'm hearing about the bond, but I do have, Your Honor, some evidence I'd like the court to consider. First of all, this is his first felony arrest. The allegations, while serious, don't indicate that he's a flight risk. He was approached Wednesday by DCS and Miranda detectives and asked to leave the house so that investigation could be completed. He's been out of the house for a week, volunteered to do that. When I spoke with Detective Chavez this morning and she indicated she had probable cause to arrest, we arranged the time for Richard to present himself at the Miranda Police Department. So he's not a risk to flee, or he would have done that. He's been cooperative throughout this investigation. Like I said, this is his first felony. He has a good employment. Also, the allegations are from 2 children, his stepdaughters. Their mother is here on Teams, and I believe she wanted to be heard. She's willing, according to the pre-sentence report, she's willing to accept custody or responsibility for Mr. Gomez. Also, his mother, who he's been living with since this incident, is also here, Judge, and she's also willing to talk to the court about accepting responsibility. But if we look at Rule 7 and we start off with the least onerous conditions to ensure that he's going to show up, I think he's proven to the court that there is not a flight risk concern. He's shown the exact opposite. He's been here and presented himself and is willing to take responsibility for these allegations, and he's maintained his innocence throughout. Like I said, he's got a lot of family and community ties, Judge. I'd like if the court would entertain the mother of the victims, and her name is Alicia Gomez, and then my client's mother.
I will hear her.
Great, thank you. Alicia, if you could unmute.
Can you
Judge
hear me?
Watts.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi. What would you like to say?
I am the mother of the children that are identified as the alleged victims, but I'm also the mother of Richard's 3 biological children. And I do understand the seriousness of the allegations, but I am in full support of his release from custody. And I do have some doubts about the allegations. However, I do believe that continued incarceration isn't necessary to protect the children or to ensure that he appears in court. I'm also asking the court to consider that he is an extremely active parent. He does help with our children's daily routines, and we all depend on him. He's a provider for our family. He helps financially with our home and the kids, and he has his family that's also willing to help him comply with every condition imposed by the court. I'm also willing to comply with any release conditions, and that includes separate housing and no contact with the alleged victims. However, I do ask the court to consider contact with his biological children if it's permitted. And as long as we're in compliance with DCS requirements and whether it be supervised, however the court finds it appropriate. And that's all I have to say, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, thank you. We'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, the basis for the state's recommendation is the seriousness of the charges and the potential for a mandatory prison sentence if convicted. The state feels that a high bond is necessary to ensure the safety of the community and the defendant's future appearance at court hearings.
All right, thank you. In addition to the other conditions that I've already mentioned, I'll set bond in the amount of $30,000. Your next court date, sir, is September 8th at 1:30. And Mr. McDonald, are you going to be representing him?
No, Your Honor, not at that court date, I won't.
Okay.
You said 8:30?
1:30, September 8th at 1:30. Public
Thank you.
defender is appointed.
And that's a secured bond, correct?
Cash or security, either one.
Great, thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
You may.
Downstairs themselves, okay?
Hello, what's your name?
Name is Jesus Peralta Jr.
Well, Mr. Peralta, you are charged with failure to comply with a court order, domestic violence, and harassment by communication, domestic violence. I'm going to order that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. No contact of any kind with Benji Peralta, and you're to stay away from her home and workplace. Bond is set in the amount of $2,500, and the city public defender is appointed. And I'm also ordering that you obtain a mental health and substance abuse assessment. Video review is scheduled for September 2nd at 1:30. If you are out of custody before then it'll shift to, it'll still be the same date, but it'll be in person at the court, Tucson City Court. And you are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good evening. What's your name?
Miguel Ramirez.
Mr. Ramirez, you're charged with arson of property / domestic violence criminal damage. I'm gonna order that you not have contact with Veronica Ramirez. Stay away from her home and workplace. Do not possess any firearms or other weapons, and no acts of domestic violence. I'm told there's somebody online that wishes to speak. Identify yourself, please. Oh, I guess she needs an interpreter. Is the interpreter there?
Buenas tardes. Sí, buenas tardes, su señoría.
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor.
Hello. Okay.
Hola,
Veronica Ramirez.
Verónica Ramírez.
Sí,
Yes.
Okay.
a sus órdenes.
You may go ahead and speak.
Puede hablar y señora, recuerda, por favor, tomar pausas para que el intérprete le interprete, por favor.
Claro que sí, gracias.
Gracias. Muy bien.
Sí, mire, señoría, yo quisiera pedir que mi esposo no viniera a la casa inmediatamente.
Okay.
Él,
Your Honor, I would like to request that my husband not return to my home immediately
porque destruyó todas las cosas que están adentro de nuestra casa,
He destroyed everything that was inside our house.
chocó el carro por accidente, claro, pero nos dejó sin carro.
And he damaged our car. He crashed our car. Obviously, it was an accident, but he left us without a car.
Está fumando marihuana,
He's been smoking marijuana.
toma pastillas de dextromorfano.
He takes medication, dextromorphan,
Ajá. Y todo eso lo pone muy mal también cuando toma alcohol.
and that makes him very ill when he takes alcohol.
Y destruyó las cosas de la casa y a los vecinos les está pasando todo el día gritándoles y diciéndoles muchas cosas feas.
And he's destroyed everything in the house, and he goes and tells a lot of the things to our neighbor, and to our neighbors. He scares them and says very foul things.
Hace 4 años le dispararon 3 balazos expansivos y tiene PTSD y depresión severa.
¿Y quién se los disparó?
En un parque, él estaba caminando y salieron del baño personas que él no conocía.
Mhm. So 4 years ago, he was shot with 3 bullets, and because of that incident, he has severe PTSD.
Y ahora con el accidente pienso que se le volvió a desequilibrar.
And now, after the accident, I think that he got affected by it.
Entonces yo lo que quisiera primero es que él fuera a una clínica donde, como por ejemplo al Banner, y que lo dejaran ahí todo el tiempo que fuera necesario para que él se recupere, que le den tratamiento.
Permítame. And what I would like is for him to be dropped off at a clinic, like a Banner, until he is recovered and that he receives treatment.
Porque mire, yo, señor juez, si él vuelve a recaer y viene igual a esta casa mía donde están mis 2 niños chiquitos menores de edad, yo ahora quiero pedir el divorcio.
And Your Honor, because if he comes back and he falls off the wagon again, and I have 2 kids that are minors, if that were to happen, I would file for divorce.
Quiero que si él vuelve así, quiero pedir el divorcio y que me dé a mis hijos, que me los dé el señor juez y que se venda la
Permítame.
casa para irme de aquí.
Permítame. And if it does that happen, he returns the same way, I want to file for a divorce, and I want Your Honor to give me the house and ¿Qué es lo que dijo, señora? ¿Que
Que
quiere
se
la casa
venda.
y qué más?
Sí, no, que quiero a mis hijos y que se venda la casa
Okay,
para
I want
irme de aquí.
custody, okay, I want custody of my children and I want to sell the house
Para irme lejos de aquí.
so I can leave far from here.
Porque mire, oiga, esto ya lleva 6 años o 7 años así.
Because this has been going on for 6 or 7 years now.
Cada ratito me corre de la casa
Every chance he gets, he kicks me out of the house.
y mis niños están estudiando en homeschool y no han podido hasta ahorita entrar a la escuela.
And my kids are being homeschooled, and to this day, they haven't been able to go to school.
Yo entiendo que es una enfermedad, señor juez, pero si él no se trata, yo ya no quiero eso. Que
I know
vuelva.
it's an illness, Your Honor, but if he doesn't receive treatment, I don't want him to return.
Y también quiero pedir
And I would
que,
also request
que él trabaje, ya que se alivie, que se ponga a trabajar y pague todo lo que destruyó y compre otro carro.
and after he gets well, I want him to work. I want to pay for him to pay for everything he destroyed, including the car.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Señora, gracias.
Muchas gracias a usted, señor juez.
And thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. The state
De nada.
is recommending a $50,000 bond. We'll hear from the defense.
Judge, he's already being held no bond on a different case, so we don't object to a bond, so he gets time credit. But we are asking for something less than the 50,000.
Like what?
25,000.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, this is the defendant's third felony arrest this month, and his behavior seems to be escalating. There are also 2 prior domestic violence convictions with the same victim, one of which was an aggravated assault that included impeding the victim's breath, and that was in 2023. The state has serious concerns for the safety of the community if this defendant were out in the community, and for the victim as well. We're asking that the $50,000 be imposed.
All right, thank you. All right. I noted the prior incidents as well. 50,000. September 8th, 1:30 is the next court date. The public defender is appointed. I'm also ordering that you not possess any matches, lighters, torches, or other fire-starting devices. No firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact, and no return of residence. Right? And as I said, the public defender is appointed. Your excuse, sir.
¿Qué pasó?
I'm sorry. Oh, is the interpreter still there?
Quisiera,
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to explain to the victim what I did?
Your Honor, I did not take notes. Let me,
I said a $50,000 bond.
la fianza es de $50,000, señora,
I
para que él salga.
in order for him to be released.
yes,
Sí, señor.
he would have
Y
to.
si no,
Ma'am, just listen, please. And
Señora,
ordered him not to have contact with you,
señora, escuche por favor, y he ordenado que no tenga contacto él con usted,
not to return to the home or go to your workplace,
de no regresar a su casa ni lugar de trabajo,
not to possess any fire starting devices,
y que no vaya a poseer ningún dispositivo para iniciar un incendio,
not to commit any acts of domestic violence.
de no cometer ningún acto de violencia doméstica.
I'll look and see what I did or other than that.
Y voy a ver qué más ordené aparte de eso.
si no se paga la fianza, ¿cuánto tiempo va a durar ahí?
So if the bond is imposed, how long will he be in there?
Until he posts the bond.
hasta que deposite la fianza.
¿Y si nunca la deposito?
And if I never deposit it,
then he'll stay there unless another judge changes his conditions of release.
se quedará ahí al menos que otro juez cambie las condiciones de su liberación.
Oiga, señor, y yo estoy pidiendo ayuda mental para él.
And Your Honor, I'm asking for mental health help for him.
All right. I did not order that, but that's something you can talk about in the future, at the future court date, okay?
Eso no lo ordené, pero es algo que usted pudiera hablar sobre eso a una comparecencia futuro. Muy bien.
Pues, si yo no tengo nada, señor juez, ¿cómo voy a dar una fianza para él?
Well, Your Honor, if I don't have anything, how am I going to go about giving a bond for him?
Whether you post the bond for him or not is entirely your decision.
Si
Okay,
usted deposita esa fianza o no, es completamente decisión de usted. Muy bien.
but I think that his current alleged actions and his prior incidents warrant a $50,000 bond.
Pero creo que las acusaciones de sus acciones y las anteriores ameritan una fianza de $50,000.
All right,
Muy bien.
thank you.
Muy bien,
Gracias.
gracias. Thank you.
All right. You're excused, sir.
This is a new defendant, Judge.
Oh, okay, thank you. What's your name?
Kenneth Smith.
Smith. Mr. Smith, you are charged with aggravated domestic violence. I'm ordering that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, you're not to possess or possess any firearms or other weapons, no alcohol or illegal drugs, no contact of any kind with Alexis Marino or Bambi Marino, and do not possess any metal knives. Understand that there are two people on that would like to speak. One at a time, please. Let's hear from, is one of you Alexis?
Yeah.
You may go ahead and speak.
So the no contact thing, I would like to ask if that could be changed immediately. I'm pregnant. We've been in contact. Considering that night, no, he wasn't trying to be physically violent towards anybody. Just he was having a breakdown. I'm also pregnant. I'm about 3 months pregnant now. If I need him home, I like as fast as he can be home. He has a stable job. His bosses said that they would write letters to you or whoever they need to for him. Yeah, he understands what he's done from what I've talked to him about. I truly think that this is the whole, however long he's supposed to be in there is going to be too long realistically. He's around every day. He helps with stuff. And he lives here, so he pays half of the rent. And he helps me with my own sons. So yeah, if there's any way that we could shorten and keep me in contact with him, I'd appreciate it, please.
All right. And we'll hear from Bambi.
Hi there.
Hello.
So I would just like to say that as far as the no contact, we would still very much like to stay in contact with Kenny. As far as uh, him not being, I don't know if he's supposed to be in there until January, but like she is pregnant, so we really need him to be around. She did forget to mention that she just had a checkup and there's a possibility that there's an issue with the baby's heart. So she really needs his support at this time. At this time, I need his support financially to keep this house together. Um, and as far as the aggravated assault, it was he broke some items in the house. It was like a mug and an air purifier. So it wasn't anything like he was trying to attack anybody.
Thank you. State has recommended a $7,500 bond plus we'll hear from the defense on that request.
Judge, given what the alleged victims were just saying, we'd be asking for a lower bond than the recommended 7,500. We'd be asking for a $500 bond. The reason for that request is he's already being held on at least one $2,500 bond. I don't know if those are consecutive or concurrent bonds, but there are 3 different cases he's being held on with that amount. That was imposed on the 21st, and he has not been able to pay that, and he indicated he is not able to pay that. So that's why he still remains in custody. He doesn't have any sort of active NVCA flag. As the alleged victims noted, he wasn't trying to be physically violent to anyone, and he has low scores on both of the scales. So for that reason, we're asking for no more than a $500 bond.
Okay. He's actually being held by Tucson City Court on a total of 3,500. So we'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, based on the pretrial services report, it looks as though he's on probation for 2 domestic violence offenses with different victims, both from July of 2024. That's really the basis for the state's recommendation, is the prior history of domestic violence.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know the details of the cases. So let's see. All right, I will not order no contact or no return. I am going to order a $500 bond though, along with the bonds he's already being held on. The county public defender is appointed in September. It's not the right date. September 8th at 1:30 is the next court date. Public defender appointed. You're excused.
Mr. Mayor.
Going again.
Where's number 3? Oh, okay. Hello, what's your name?
Jordan, Diane Donahue.
You've got both justice court misdemeanor case that you failed to appear on, and you've got a couple of Tucson City court cases also that you failed to appear on. What's the issue with you coming to court when you're supposed to?
I'm currently homeless, so I wasn't aware of my court dates. I recently got a phone though, so I know now. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, you were cited by law enforcement officers. The court dates were on your paperwork. What happened to those?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, the warrant on in justice court is on a shoplifting case. I'm going to release you on your promise to appear. Don't lose your paperwork. September 22nd, 9:00 a.m., Pima County Justice Court. As to the Tucson City Court matters, you were charged today with trespassing. In order that you have no contact with the alleged victim and stay away from the incident location. And you have a shoplifting case from last year, July of last year, along with drug paraphernalia and possession of prescription-only drugs. And we'll order no alcoholic beverages or illegal drugs, no contact with alleged victims, and you also have a warrant on trespassing case also from September of last year. I'm going to release you on the city court matters. Sure, there's. Oh, you have another hold. Superior Court. I'll appointing the city public defender to represent you. He's on releasing you on you can be held on that long hold. That a non-transport 18th, 9:00. Tucson City Court, the defender will be there representing you. All right, you're excused.
All right, stand up. Go out the door, shut the station. Yeah, hold on, hold on. Okay.
Hello, what's your name?
Hello. My name's Caesar Diaz Jr.
Okay, thank you. Let's see what we've got here. You've got a couple of warrants out of Pima County Justice Court. One is for shoplifting that occurred allegedly in May, as well as trespassing, and also another shoplifting from July. And you've got a new charge, possession of drug paraphernalia. This is from today. So why'd you fail to appear on your earlier matters?
Wasn't on top of it. And I kept telling myself I was that couldn't find the place.
You couldn't find the place? What efforts did you make to find the courthouse?
I had talked to the Superior Court security guard, and all he directed me to was the pretrial building across. But I wasn't able to find municipal.
No, this is Pima County Justice Court,
Okay.
Stone and Alameda.
I'll try to. If I do come up on a new court case, I'll find it.
I'll give you a chance to do just that. Okay, September 29th, 9 o'clock. This is on the shoplifting. Same court date on the other warrants. On the drug paraphernalia, no alcohol or illegal drugs, don't go back to location. Same court date. All right, sir. You're excused.
Carl.
Hello, what's your name?
Alexander Carlos.
Okay, you were charged with trespassing, possession of drug paraphernalia, prescription only drug. That's from today, and then you were charged for drug paraphernalia and trespassing. This is back in July. These are Tucson City Court cases. Why did you fail to appear on the earlier case, sir?
I just been trying to find myself somewhere to stay and somewhere to be. I just got myself a new place to stay and a job, so it's been pretty hectic. But now that I got a job and it's like so a little easier to manage my life.
Okay. If I release you, you're gonna come to court?
Yes, sir.
And if something beyond your control prohibits you from coming to court, you'll notify us so we can reschedule you.
Yes, sir.
Court date is October 5th, 2 o'clock, Pima County Justice Court. Don't go back to the locations of these incidents, no alcohol or illegal drugs, and no contact with any alleged victims. October 5th, 2 o'clock, Tucson City Court. You're excused.
Paul, man. JW.
Yeah.
Over. Up there. Figure out that.
Hello, what's your name?
JW, homie.
All right. You have a sentence review scheduled for September 3rd at 9 o'clock in Tucson City Court. You have a new case, failed to comply with court order, possession of drug paraphernalia, and trespassing. There are no orders that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't have any contact with the alleged victim and stay away from the incident location. I am releasing you from custody with these conditions. September 3rd, 9 o'clock is your court date at Tucson City Court. Do not miss it. You're excused.
That I don't think you're gonna essentially. Very good. Yeah, take a seat. Take a seat.
Good evening. Name, sir? You,
And Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt. Does this defendant need a Spanish interpreter? Is he?
no, I don't think so.
No, okay.
You need an interpreter?
No, you're on.
Okay,
Is
just wanted to,
there another interpreter case coming up?
Yes, you're on.
yes,
Okay, but not this one.
thank you, Jim.
Okay. All right, sir. You were charged back in April with trespassing, disorderly conduct, and drug paraphernalia, and you failed to appear in court. And you were charged back in February of this year with trespassing, and you also failed to appear on that court date.
Judge,
You want to tell me why?
you talking about the last paraphernalia or the last, like not right now, like in the past? Talking about the past, like a long time ago?
I'm talking about your failure to appear on these cases where you were arrested in April and in February of this year.
Oh, you're talking about by Saint Mary? You talking,
I just want to know why you missed your court date, sir. Tell me.
So I was in the street and I couldn't, like, I needed money, I needed to get my drink, I needed to get water, and I was lost. I had no time, I had nobody to look up to, and then I missed my call. I missed my call because I didn't have no watch, I didn't know what time it was, and I kept focusing on, like, take care of myself, how to eat or something like that. So what happened was like,
Okay, sir. What if I let you go? What's going to change? Are you going to miss court again? Are you to come and take care of this? Because if you're not, I'm going to hold you.
if you can let me back to the manager program where they can go and like, like, fix back what I need to fix. From there, they can have my car and they can take me to court like my guardian, my family, like, you know what I mean, sir?
You contact
But
with family?
yeah, like go back to I can show you if you can able to put me back where I came from the program and my family so they don't so they
I don't know where you
want
came from. I don't know what program you're talking about, but you need to come to court and take care of this. And perhaps you can get the help that you need there.
So do I need to stay here and come to court? Because I don't know where to go after I go come from here,
You're
sir.
gonna get some paperwork with a date on it and the courthouse address.
All right, that's cool. I just don't know where to go from here, sir.
September 24th, September 24th, 2 o'clock is your court date at Tucson City Court. Don't possess any alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't go back to the incident locations, and no contact with the alleged victims. September 24th, 2 p.m. You're going to get paperwork with that date and time on it. Don't lose your paperwork and come to court on that date. Can you do that? Tucson City Court, downtown.
Downtown? Yes, sir.
All right. You're excused.
I'm sure.
Excuse me, Your Honor, did you already do Jesus Peralta?
Yes.
You already did him? Okay.
Who am I speaking with?
The victim,
Peralta.
Jesus Peralta.
Yeah. Okay. Are you Benji Peralta?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I wasn't told that you were on.
I just got on. I had a little trouble getting onto the
Okay. All right. I ordered him not to have contact with you, and I held him on a $2,500 bond. And he's got a court date on video on September 2nd at 1:30 at Tucson City Court.
so that will be on September what?
September 2nd at Tucson City Court.
Okay.
And I also order a mental health evaluation and substance abuse assessment.
Okay, so it'll be on September 2nd
That's
at City Court. At what time?
at 1:30.
1:30.
And then he had a felony matter, and let's see what I did with that one.
Cause I know he was in there for violating probation.
Oh, no, he didn't have a felony matter. Yeah, his own. Okay, all right,
All right, thank you so much.
you're welcome. Bye-bye. Hello, what's your name? Gotta unmute.
This is the interpreter matter.
Okay. Hello, what's your name?
Hola, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Celaya.
Celaya.
Okay, Melanie?
Melanie.
All right.
Yes.
You're
Muy
charged
bien.
with domestic violence, kidnapping, domestic violence, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon,
Le han hecho el cargo de violencia doméstica, secuestro, violencia doméstica, agresión con agravante con un arma mortal,
discharging a firearm at a non-residential structure,
el disparar una arma en una residencia no estructurada
and drive-by shooting.
y tiroteo cuando iba pasando por un automóvil.
I'm ordering that you not possess any firearms or other weapons,
Voy a ordenar que no vaya a poseer ninguna armas de fuego, nada de armas de fuego ni ninguna otra arma,
no alcohol or illegal drugs,
nada de alcohol ni drogas ilegales
and do not commit any act of domestic violence.
y no vaya a cometer ningún acto de violencia doméstica.
I'm also ordering that you have no contact of any kind with Giselle Paleo,
También voy a ordenar que no tenga ningún tipo de contacto con Gisela Pelayo
and that you stay away from her home and workplace.
y que se mantenga usted alejada de su lugar de trabajo y de la casa.
The state is recommending that I hold you on a $10,000 bond with
El Estado,
pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted.
el Estado está recomendando que la detenga bajo una fianza de $10,000 y supervisada por los servicios precondenatorios si se paga la fianza.
Right now, I'm going to hear from the defense counsel seated next to you.
Ahorita voy a escuchar por parte de la abogada defensora que está sentada enseguida de usted.
Judge, we'd be asking you consider release or a bond of no more than $2,500.
Su señoría, estaríamos pidiendo la liberación y una fianza de no más de $2,500.
She has verified housing, employment, and support with her mother.
Ella ha verificado vivienda, empleo y apoyo por parte de la madre.
She has no felony or misdemeanor priors.
No tiene ningún delito mayor ni delitos menores anteriores.
And despite the nature of the charges, there is no active NBCA flag.
Y aparte de la naturaleza de los cargos, no hay ninguna bandera NBCA activa.
She's scoring low on both of the scales and does not live with the alleged victim.
Calificó bajo en ambas escalas y no vive con la supuesta víctima.
The alleged victim also does not object to release and wants contact.
La supuesta víctima también no se objeta a que haya liberación y desea contacto.
Okay, give me a moment. We'll hear from the state.
Escucharemos por parte del Estado.
Your Honor, despite the low scores on the NCA and FTA scale and the lack of criminal history, the state is concerned with the use of a firearm in a domestic violence offense.
Su
For that
señoría,
reason,
aparte, sin embargo, las calificaciones del NSA y el FTA y la falta de historial delictivo, al Estado le preocupa el uso del arma de fuego en un caso de violencia doméstica y por esa razón,
for that reason, the state believes a $10,000 bond is appropriate.
el Estado cree que una fianza de $10,000 es apropiada.
All right, thank you.
Muy bien, gracias.
I'll remove the no contact order. I still am ordering that she not go to the victim's home and workplace, so. $10,000, September 8th, 1:30, public defender appointed.
Voy a remover la orden donde dice que no haya contacto, pero aún voy a continuar ordenando que no vaya a la casa de la víctima ni al lugar del trabajo. La fianza es de $10,000 y el día 8 de septiembre a la 1:30 será la próxima comparecencia y se le nombrará un abogado defensor.
You're excused.
Se puede retirar. Señora, may the interpreter be excused?
Any other Spanish speakers?
No,
Oh, you're on.
Yes, you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, what's your name, sir?
Andre Bowman, sir.
Boltman. Okay. You've got a couple of matters. One is an arrest warrant out of justice court, and felony wise, you're charged with theft of means of transportation and burglary in the 3rd degree. Will order no alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons, no contact with the alleged victim, and stay away from the incident location. The state is recommending a $500 bond. We'll hear from the defense.
Judge, he has a probation hold, so given the hold, we're okay with the bond amount, so he gets time credit.
All right, 500. We'll note the probation hold. Pretrial services supervision if posted. Let's see. September 8th, 1:30, and the public defender is appointed. As to the justice court warrant, that's on a shoplifting case. Note the other holds. I'm gonna release you on the misdemeanor warrant September 22nd, 9 o'clock. If you're still in custody, that date will be adjusted. Okay, you're excused. Hello, what's your name?
Michael Burnett.
Okay, Mr. Burnett, you're charged with possession of paraphernalia, meth for sale, and prohibited possessor. So we're gonna order no alcohol or illegal drugs. Don't go back to location. No firearms or other weapons. The state is, let's see what they're recommending. State's asking me to hold you on a $5,000 bond with pretrial services supervision. We'll hear from the defense.
Judge, I'd like to be heard on probable cause first. So looking at
Hold up a moment. I need to review this complaint. Okay, go ahead.
Judge, there's no probable cause for the methamphetamine charge and the drugs for sale charge. There's no actual description of what was found and why officers believed it was methamphetamine. It wasn't tested. It just says there was methamphetamine found. So there's no amount listed. So therefore, there's no PC for the methamphetamine or for the first sales count. And so we'd ask that you not consider those in your release decision.
All right. We'll hear from the state on that.
Your Honor, it appears that that information was put in the co-defendant's interim complaint, but not in this interim complaint. I think the burden for a probable cause is fairly low, and the court can rely on the officer's training and experience on identifying drugs that are found on a scene. I also think that, the possession can be, joint possession between these two defendants. So I would ask the court to find that there is probable cause to support the drug charges.
Okay, I'm gonna deny that motion at this time. Do you wish to be heard on the bond request?
Yes, Judge. We're asking for no more than a $2,000 bond. He claims to have housing and employment, and he doesn't have any sort of active NVCA flag. He's only scoring a 3 on both of the scales, so I think given the nature of the charges, he's a lower bond is appropriate to protect the community and ensure he comes to court.
All right. Anything for the state to add?
Your Honor, the basis for the state's recommendation is that there's a fairly recent armed robbery conviction, and the state is concerned that with such a recent violent prior, he's in possession of a firearm.
Thank you. Bond is set in the amount of 5,000. Pretrial services supervision if posted. Legal advocate appointed, and September 8th at 1:30 is the prelim. You're excused. Good evening. What's your name?
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's just speaking quietly.
All right. You charged with theft of means of transportation. I'm going to order that do not have contact with the alleged victim and stay away from the incident location. And let's see. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons. States requesting no, actually the state is recommending pretrial services release. Cooperate with pretrial services. And your court date is September 16th at 1:30. You'll be represented by the county public defender. You're excused. Hello, what's your name?
Harvey Brian Harvey.
Charged with unlawful possession of paraphernalia, possession of narcotic drugs. Will order no alcohol or illegal drugs. Do not return to the incident location. I have a statement that I'm going to read to you as soon as I can find it. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing? Yes or no?
Sir.
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Very good. STEPS hearing is going to be September 3rd at 9 o'clock. I am releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. Cooperate with them. And does the defense waive time for the preliminary?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So it's going to be October 12th at 1:30. Prelim. Public defender appointed. Okay, you're excused, sir. Hello, what's your name?
Kevin Hernandez, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez, you're charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault, impeding airway, and domestic violence kidnapping. In order that you have no contact with Gabriela Cordova, stay away from her home and workplace. Do not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or other weapons, and do not commit any acts of domestic violence. The state is recommending, in terms of release conditions, that $25,000 bond with pretrial services supervision if that bond is posted. We'll hear from the defense.
Judge, I just need one moment.
Certainly.
Thank you, Judge. We'd be asking for a significantly lower bond, no more than $10,000. The reason for that request is because Mr. Hernandez did turn himself in. This is an offense from 6 days ago. He was in contact with a detective and he did not run or flee from his responsibilities and instead willingly surrendered himself to be incarcerated here at the jail. He doesn't live with the alleged victim. He does have verified housing and employment away from that person. He doesn't have any felony priors. So given those positive factors, his lack of likelihood to flee and a lower bond would ensure safety of the community and that he remained in contact to go to court.
All right, I'll hear from the state.
Your Honor, this case involves intimate partner strangulation, which carries an extremely high risk of future harm to the victim. The victim also answered yes to all 8 questions on the tier 1 of the Form 4C, which also indicates a elevated risk of future harm or death to the victim. The state feels that a high bond is appropriate to protect the victim.
Thank you. There is a history of domestic violence and there's a pending domestic violence case. So I believe 25,000 is appropriate. September 8th, 1:30, public legal defender appointed. You're excused, sir. Hello, what is your name?
Sarah Lindbergh.
All right, you're charged with possession of narcotic drug, unlawful use of a dangerous drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I have a statement here that I'm going to read to you, followed up by a question. Please answer yes or no to the question. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
And we'll waive time on the preliminary, Judge.
okay, very good. So no alcohol or drugs, illegal drugs, no return to the incident location. Step hearing is September 3rd, 9 o'clock. Preliminary hearing is October 12th at 1:30. You'll be represented by the public defender. Released to pretrial services, cooperate with them. Okay, you're excused. Good evening. What's your name?
Palacio.
I'm sorry, say again?
Teresa Palacio.
Thank you. Okay. All right, you're charged with possession of meth, possession of narcotic drug, possession of paraphernalia, possession of prescription-only drug without prescription, possession of dangerous drug for sale. In order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. and that you not return to location of the alleged incident. State is recommending that I release you the supervision of pretrial services. And, oh, this is a co-defendant. What did I do with the other person?
I believe he was held on a
He was
$10,000
held.
bond.
Okay. All right. So gotta give, if I'm recalling correctly, I need to give this lady the same court date. So that'll be September 8th at 1:30. Release to pretrial services. Cooperate with them. And you'll be represented by the legal defender. Okay, you're excused.
And Your Honor, Miss Coates, she is not in our custody anymore, so that's the reason why she was not done earlier.
Okay. What about Bejarano?
Bejarano is at the Ajo jail.
Is what?
At the Ajo jail. They're here right now, Your Honor.
Oh, Ajo. Okay, thank you. All right, one moment. Okay. The gentleman in the orange top, your name?
Alfred Bejarano.
Okay. So you're charged with possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Say again?
I said you're charged with possession of a dangerous drug and possession of narcotic drug. So we're going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not return to the location of the alleged incident. And let me check something right quick. Looks like you have a probation hold on this matter. The state is recommending release to the supervision of pretrial services and the STEPS program. I got a statement here I'm going to read to you. Please respond yes or no to the question at the end. You may be eligible to participate in a diversion program called STEPS that requires you to participate in a plan specific to your needs for a short time. If you choose to participate and complete the program, these felony drug accusations in your arrest report will be permanently dismissed without you ever being formally charged. Are you interested in getting released from jail custody now? This is not a promise that you're going to be released, and learning more about the STEPS program at your next hearing.
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. So, let's see. STEPS hearing, September 3rd, 9 o'clock. And the state's recommending pretrial services supervision. It's pretrial services release.
Judge, can I be heard?
You may.
Thank you. If it's okay with Mr. Bejarano, because he has a probation hold, we'd be asking for a nominal bond so he gets time credit. And when he goes to the STEPS hearing, the judge would potentially have the ability to also lift the APO hold. So he could be getting time credit and then go to the hearing, and if he's verified for release, he'll be out the same day. But otherwise, if you don't impose a bond, there's no time credit on this case.
All right. $500 bond. pretrial services supervision if posted. Depth hearing is September 3rd at 9. Preliminary hearing is September 8th at 1:30. I believe that does it. You're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. So that's night.
Take care, folks.